Hi, everybody. I'm back. Hopefully, you'll all be able to see me, comment, and I won't be spinning around or something. It's Friday, October 23rd, 2020. Right? I'm here in sunny Florida. Well, anybody home? I'm not having too much luck today. Hello, come on, welcome in. Welcome in. I hope you're coming over to visit me. I have some things I picked up I want to show you. I've been having a lot of luck at the Salvation Army the last couple of months and go there like once a week. So if you're in the room, please comment. Anyway. Let me know you're here. It says there's one person, but I can't seem to get things rolling now. Whoop, my phone had gone dead, now it's charged. Anybody home? Or should I just make a regular video? Hey, say something. I'm gonna check. Oh, hi, Diane. Finally, I went on a few minutes ago and then it said I had a bad connection, so I just figured I'd start over. How you doing today? I'm over here. I had a little free time and I figured I'd show you the yarn I picked up yesterday at the Salvation Army. But I just finished, I made this hat from a Bag O' Day crochet tutorial. Thank you. It's one of those number 6 weight yarns. And I didn't use a really big hook either because I had trouble making nice hats with the thick yarn. I think I went an extra time around. I'm getting hot. It has some of those front post and back post double crochets over here. And these are just single crochets. Yeah, sometimes, and I really dislike making hats that you got to sew up the top. That they get all, I can't get them correct. I like the ones that start in a circle. They come out much nicer looking for me. I've been making hats like for the last week. And here, I'll show you the other one. My model's wearing it. This one's a bean stitch or a puff stitch. I have more of this yarn. Hi, Carrie. How you doing today? I don't know. My live started off. I had to restart my live. It wasn't going anywhere. I was just talking to myself. Nobody was chatting. Anyway, I'll put the hat back on. It's a little snug warm, I guess. Yeah, everything's good. I just had a little bit of free time. Figure I'd go live. I make videos sometimes the regular way, but this seems to work better. Thank you. Yeah, so I was on a couple of days ago. So I made these 2 hats in the last couple of days. I want to make a cowl for this, but I only have 2 more skeins of this yarn. I'll show it. I have this. I got it on sale at Walmart. So I was saying crocheting on a budget where I always check the clearance section, and so I paid $1.50 each for these at Walmart, but probably months and months and months ago, I didn't know what to make with it. So do you guys get clearance yarn? I love getting clearance yarn. I think I'm more addicted to buying clearance yarn right now. I mean, I like crocheting a lot, but sometimes I just Like I didn't get started today. I think I don't really want to go out and buy another skein. I seen them at Joann's, and basically I was going to do a cowl that Big O'Day did that I did once before, but she made it, these are almost 200 each, so I'm not sure I have enough yarn. I have to re-listen to her video. It sounded like I needed more yarn. I might just try to do a different kind of cowl, and hopefully I could make it big enough. That's all. Anyway, so I went to the Goodwill and like last week, and I found a little bit of yarn there, and I only paid like $1 each. But this week I went there and everything was marked $2, and the lady was like, "It's $2 less 25%." So she said it was $1.50. So I bought some more. You want to see the yarn? Say something. We only have 2 people in here so far. Hopefully you're still here. So I even found some Hobie. I never used Hobie yarn. Somebody gave away all the yarn. I don't know what happened. This is Hobie Amigo 100% acrylic yarn, chunky. So, you know, and it was a couple of these colors. And then it says it uses a 7mm or a 10.5. There's no letters on here. Hook. So I got 2 grays at the Salvation Army. And if you look over behind me, I got all that yarn at the Salvation Army, as well as all that yarn at the Salvation Army. It's all perfect yarn. Sometimes you go to like the Goodwill or the Salvation Army, what you find is some old ladies like old stash, like I did find a bunch of like half-eaten used skeins and stuff like that. Yeah, this is pretty. Hope you're there. No one's talking. So this is Premier Bloom Chunky, and I found 2 of these. Did you ever work with this? It says it's got 109 yards and 3.5 ounces. Acrylic, number 5. So I don't know. If I could. You love going. My Goodwill is usually overpriced. At least the Salvation Army will take 25% off of it. Well, it had a yellow sticker, so she said and most of them weren't even marked, and I did pay $1 recently. So I hate that she charged me $1 like last week, and this week it was more money. So it depends, I think, on who's in charge there that day. So I don't know what's going on at that store. But they have been getting it. I think it, like, if you ever look in the back of those places, they're like, there's just containers full of stuff. So, you know, I've been finding yarn on and off there for the last 2 months. I just keep going once a week. They have Wednesday, they have 50% off. So I got some deals there. Anyway, that's the bloom. There was a second one. Same thing. Supposedly it makes like I think for knitting, it makes like a flower pattern. And I got this. I left some there. I don't know. This one is an aqua color. Impeccable. I don't think I ever used Impeccable. So it says Impeccable worsted, 268 yards. So looks good. It's acrylic. And some more Impeccable. No, Hobie. More Hobie. More acrylic chunky Hobie in like a greenish color. Just has a number. Number 5, number 27. Now, I don't know much about wool. Oh, my phone's making noise. So Diane says, I don't have any stores in my town, so I don't shop but one time a week. Wow. Yeah, well, I'm in South Florida and it's a pretty big city. I mean, I'm from New York City and, you know, there's plenty. I have all the, I have a good, well, I have Walmart not too far from my house. And I have Joann's, Michael's, and they just opened up Hobby Lobby. But I used to have, oh, you're in Iowa. I'm not sure exactly where Iowa is. I mean, my sister lives in Texas. I have to look at the map. My dad was from Nebraska, but you know, he moved here a long time. He moved to New York a long time ago. Anyway, this one is Lion Wool Prints, and I found 4 of these over there, number 4. But it has wool, and there's like a pattern on here talking about making a felted hat. And I don't knit. It says knitting a felted hat. So it says knit this felted hat with 2 balls. And you know, why don't they give you a crochet tutorial? So anyway, it has 143. So if to felt a hat, I learned. Oh, you live in Nebraska. My dad was from Nebraska, so I have a bunch of family in Nebraska that I like never see, but they're on my Facebook friends list. So, you know, I have an aunt. She's really old, and they had 4 kids, and so a lot of my cousins I'm friends with. But you know, I haven't seen them since I was little. Yeah, I have family in Omaha. Believe it or not, isn't that cool? Small world. You know the song. It's a small world. So anyway, this one has wool. I don't know a lot about wool. I just know you don't put it in hot water and you don't mix it with other fibers. You know? Okay, that bag's empty now. I got like 3 bags. Well, it was in a box, but I took it out of the box now. I got one of these, Red Heart with Love. I used to see this in the store. And I have, from my last thing, this looks similar. I found this one of the last trips. It's called Party Time, and it looks a little like it. It's got gray and yellow and white. Maybe I can use it together somehow, you know? Maybe I could add some white or gray and figure out what to do with it. So I got one of these. I did leave some yarn there. Hello, the inspirational. Oh, she's Tracy. Hi, Tracy from Tampa. Well, I'm in Florida too. In case I don't remember who knows where I am. I'm in Pembroke Pines, near Miami. I'm showing them all the yarn that I got at the Salvation Army. I got one of these. Bernat Quick and Easy. It's just pink, chunky type yarn. Let me see, what number is it? It must be old because it says made in Canada and it just has a number. It doesn't have a color name. And it's 3 ounces. Yeah, I've been living in Florida now for 5 years. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get readjusted here. All right, I bought this. It had no label. It has to be Red Hot Super Saver. You know, I loaded up at Hobby Lobby. I loaded up like multiple times there, and I even went to more than one. I went crazy. Last year, I didn't go crazy. I bought some stuff. I spent maybe $50 or $40 last year, but the store was a little bit further than I wasn't going back. You know, they didn't, and I think a lot of people already bought the yarn by the time I found out last year. But this year, it was a brand new store, and they opened up, and like nobody knew that they would have clearance so soon. You know. So anyway, I got this. Everything I paid $1.50. After they took off 25%. Originally it was $2. And I got one of these. I love this cotton. And I did buy some on clearance at Hobby Lobby, but I found this at the Salvation Army. So, I mean, I love checking Walmart. One day I walked into Walmart and they had Red Hot Ombre and for $2 each. And I did a bag a day. I cleared the shelf. Yeah, they have one near me. So it's about, I don't know, 15 minutes away, something like that. And then I got a bunch of this, one of the other trips that's behind me. It's called Party Time Chunky, James C. Brett. And so I got a bunch of this yarn, you know. So I figured, well, I already have some of that color, so I might as well get this one too. And it needs to be with the same family, you know. So, I mean, I haven't even started. I finished this bean stitch hat. I'll show you how it looks on me. And I want to make a cowl to go with it. It came out good. I made the cowl once, but I didn't make the hat. What do you think? And I'm using this yarn that I bought a long time ago at Walmart that I got for $1.50. You know, nobody wants to pay for crochet anyway. So if I get it on clearance, at least I'll make a little money. Occasionally I sell things to friends, and sometimes I got to ship it to them, you know, or I give it as gifts, or I keep some things for myself in case I visit my kids in New York, you know. So do you like the hat? Did you ever make a bean stitch? Anyway, I got some Hobie. I showed some other colors earlier. Here's another one. They have numbers for the color. Yeah, I have been having a. Hi Kim, how you doing? Hopefully if you're not friends with Kim from Affordably Crafty, I'm gonna put her link below after I'm done, and maybe you'll add her. I need water. Kim's almost to 1,000. We got to show her some love. Okay, well, I bought some of this at the Salvation Army yesterday. Yeah, I got these shoe organizers. My closets are full of clothes, and then I have yarn in there too, and you don't want to see it. It's a mess. Yeah, I got some more shoe organizers for $3 at Walmart, and I have them in my other closets. I like the clear ones, but those cost me like $9 each. So I got my paint box that I found at the Salvation Army over there, and these are the Party Time Chunkies I found. Also, at the same time, I found the paint box. You know, I think I have one of those over here. Right, I'm going to show you. You can't see it. I had shoes in there. I took them out. It's on the back of that door. Oh, I'm dropping the. Sorry, I'm shaking the tape. I have one more thing over there. I had shoes in it, but I put my shoes in the guest bedroom. So this is like a guest bedroom, but it's kind of like my personal space. My husband has a business, so he kind of like took over, uses the master bedroom, or else I wouldn't have a guest room. Right. Well, I went back to that same store yesterday. The Inspirational Divas Tracy, right? When you Tracy. Yeah, I was there yesterday and I found some more yarn. I did make a video and put it on my Instagram. It wasn't a very good video. There was like a couple of boxes, and I didn't find paint box this time, but I did find these Hobie chunkies. And I guess it's about 23 skeins. Here's another one. Like, I think I have 3 grays, and they just have like a number for the color. I think they just keep eventually bringing out another box, so I keep checking. I try to go there on Wednesdays, but Wednesday this week, it rained like bloody murder, and I could not leave the house. It was just disgusting out. And we recently, my husband and I, he gave me his car, and he took my car because I was having all kind of car problems with my car. So he said, I'm going to drive your car. Thank you. Thank you. She likes my shoe organizer. And yeah, if you didn't see that episode with where I found the paint box yarns, you should check it out. It's one of my older videos. So here I got a pink one in the chunky and Hobie. So I never found Hope. I'm finding all this different yarn that I would have never bought. I even found ice yarns there. Like right after I found the paint box, I went back and found some ice yarn. Here's a brown one in Impeccable. So I found some Impeccable. just one of the brown. And let's see, another Hobie in yellow. So I don't know what I'm going to do with the Hobie. I just wish I could crochet as fast as I shop for yarn. It's getting a little out of control. Do you get out of control with your yarn? And here I found some Vanished Joys. Hi, Lori. I'm showing them the yarn. So this is kind of I'm not in love with orange, but this is a nice color orange. I mean, I wonder if I could make a hat and a cowl with it, but I'm not sure I have enough yards to do both, you know. It says terracotta, 170 yards each. I was able to make a hat and a cowl out of 2 skeins of that Red Heart with Love with the metallic in it. And I had leftover yarn with this, you know, the Divine Hat. The Divine Hat is not a yarn eater. Hey, Lori. You're working with Impeccable now? Well, anyway, I got 3 of these. So, but I was saying how I went into the Walmart one day and they had all this, it's hot in here, I got a lamp on. They had all this Red Heart Super Saver ombre, and I bought like 9 of the teal and 9 purple. And I still haven't used it all. Still have a ton of it. I used some of it in my mosaic blanket, you know. And that's all. Yeah, let me. I don't know who came late to the party. Yeah, because it's impossible. You see, and in the beginning, I remember when I first started crocheting, like when my grandson was on the way and he just turned 3. I mean, I had crocheted when I was younger, but never got into it. I didn't know how to follow a pattern. My mom showed me. So everybody had all this insane amount of yarn, and I was thinking they're crazy, you know, and now I'm a crazy person. You know? Yeah, there was even one of these. So I did leave a little yarn there because, you know, sometimes I like to white. I figured you could always use white. It might be off white or white. I'm not sure. I have to like put it up next to the ones I have. So everything I paid $1.50 for this trip. So is that your thing too? Like a lot of people order online, they wait for the sale. And like a long time ago, they had a big sale on the, I was on a kick with Shawl and a Ball, especially the ones that had the metallic in it. Although when I ordered it, I didn't realize that I bought some that wasn't metallic. I have one here. I still have, like, if I make a shawl, I like to use 2 of them. I still have some left over. And I found some at AC Moore. Oh, it's too hot. It's too hot to sit in here and wear a hat. But that's what I've been doing. You know, I figured rather than make a regular video, I figured I'd just come on and give you a little show and tell. You know, my live took a little while to take off. First I was on for 7 minutes and nobody showed up in the room. And then it said I had a bad connection. So did you ever hear of this yarn? This is the one I have all here. It's called Party Time James C. Brett. And I think it's from England. It says made in Turkey. And it says West Yorkshire, England on it. What yarn? Those are shoe organizers. I got them at Walmart. And when I Googled this on a, you know, yeah, you wait for sales. So like I ended up paying $2.50 each for the Shawl and a Ball, you know, with the shipping. So that was a really good deal, you know. I mean, so I made a shawl for $5. It cost me $5, and maybe I sell it for, I've sold them for $60, but sometimes I've sold them for less, you know. Yeah, because there's no room in my closet, really. I have all clothes in there, and then I have yarn all in the top and all yarn on the bottom. So it's, I'm in Florida. You don't have like extra closets in the other part of the house. So basically I have 3 bedrooms and I have my husband took over the master bedroom closet. So I have all my stuff in this closet. And, in the other closet, I have a lot of photo albums and I have yarn in there also. Hello, Cindy from Canada. And you have yarn everywhere. Well, I'm trying to keep it I have yarn under the bed, like in like bags, like I have like a storage bag. So, and after a while, you can forget what you have in there. I wish I could just have it all out so I could just look at it and see what inspires me. So, but did you ever hear of this yarn? Oh, I'm not answering the phone. Sorry.
Call from DRFSL.
Right. Yeah, we get a lot of telemarketers.
Call from.
We get a lot of telemarketers here. Can't stand it. They just recordings and stuff. Anyway, nobody answered me. Oh, wait. She says she never heard of it. I never heard of it either. But when I Googled it, it says at Love Crafts, it's $7.99, and on Estee, they're selling it for $4.59. And I have some blue, like ones with all blues. I have some with purples that I found at the same yarn haul where I found the paint box yarn, a whole box of paint box yarns. I found like a whole box of this yarn. And then I just found one more yesterday. So it needed to be with its family. Yeah, so I have some, like I bought some vacuum seal bags at Dollar Tree. They're pretty good. And you could fit a nice chunk of yarn. So when I bought the yarn at Hobby Lobby, I keep saying I'm going to stop buying yarn, and now I'm just going to work out of my stash, and I'm going to just not buy it. But then when you see it for $1.50, it's like, how do you not buy it? That's all. Well, now I'll have to find a place to put this stuff. Yeah. Do you like wool? I showed this to the people that came in early, but I found like 4 of these buying wool prints, and it has a pattern on there, like to make a hat and felt it. I never even knew about felting. So recently I saw somebody that felts bags, like they knit, or you could crochet. I know somebody that crocheted a bag and then they put it in hot water and it shrinks. So anyway, so I bought it, but I'm nervous. I'm scared about wool. Working and lurking. Hi, Lori. How you doing? Thanks for coming in. Yeah. So I'm yawning. I'm yawn crazy. I'm yawn addicted. The only thing I haven't done yet, I do not have multiple whips. Yeah, I like acrylics too. Some are softer than others. But I picked up the habit of buying a lot of yarn like other people in the crochet community. But I still like make one thing at a time normally. Yeah, a lot of people talk about this, but it's just because I only figured I'd talk about this because I constantly will go into this Salvation Army every week and I keep finding yarn there. And I love going to Walmart and checking for clearance. Now, I also had discovered that I had the Walmart app on my phone. And like last year, if you put the Walmart app in, I could check and see if any of the yarn was reduced. And sometimes they would have it there on the shelf and it wasn't marked down and I would be able to get it. But, I don't think they're going to do another clearance for a while. I think they cleared a lot of stuff out this year, like recently. And right before Hobby Lobby had their clearance, I loaded up at Walmart and I bought a bunch of yarn. Yeah, acrylics don't shrink, but you can't put wool in hot water. So I'm just saying, like, some people will say it's scratchy. So anyway, I did get these 4 balls and that's why I bought it. I figured there's 4 of them, I could make something. And if I ever give it to anyone, I'll have to tell them, you have to wash it by hand and it's got to dry flat. I just, I really wasn't really crocheting when I lived up north. I was born and raised in Brooklyn, if you can't tell. And I crocheted when I was 19. I made a couple of things and then I stopped crocheting, and I never really like I knew how to do a double crochet, and my mother taught me. She made baby blankets. She made a baby blanket for my first child, and she didn't really make anything else. And then my mother-in-law used to knit and crochet and give me stuff, and some of it went missing. I mean, I'm married 38 years. I recently made a little pocketbook. I need to find things I can make that people in Florida would like. You would think they'd like shawls, but a lot of people don't even want that. Maybe I got to do beach cover-ups or something, because, people go to the pool all the time here. It's still warm enough to go in the pool. It's like my son has a heated pool, so you could go in the pool all the time. Yeah, in case you missed it, I found two of these. These are the ones that kind of makes like a little flower design. The bloom. This was the chunky version. Trying to think if I forgot about anything. So that's what's going on. I still crochet even though I'm living in hot weather. And actually, here's a funny story. One second.
Call from Torres.
It's another person. I don't know. I bet you it's a telemarketer. Hello? Hello? Telemarketer. I hung up. Well, anyway, they made me forget what I was talking about, Yeah, but I will make things for my children. Well, they're not children, they're adults. They live up north. So I'll make stuff for them. And my son's good fiance, she likes my crochet. So I'll make her things too. I did go up last year and it was so cold. I was so happy to have my hats and my cowls. I packed some hats and cowls, So the only problem is when you buy all this yarn on clearance, then you got to store it, and I'm not sure I'm storing my yarn perfectly, but it's working for me. Some of it I put in bags with these Ziploc. They have these vacuum sealed. I have one here, actually. I could show it to you. 1 second. I'm going to go get it. It's not actually in the package, but I found it at Dollar Tree at 2 different ones. And it's only $1. Here, wait. See, it's a good size. And you put the yarn in there, and then you smush all the air out. It's supposed to be better for your yarn, not to have all, I don't know, moisture can develop in the bags. And I have them in a lot of cubes up on the shelf. And then I have some in these, because I bought so much this year. I bought so much more yarn this year than I did last year. So my stash has increased like 10 times over. In the beginning, if I had like an extra 5 skeins in the closet, it was a lot, And then I even didn't crochet for a while when I first started. I did a lot of washcloths till I got my stitches, like the tension right. The beginning, when I first started crocheting again, it wasn't so good, I mean, people do like washcloths. I could make those too for people. And I do, and I bought some thread. I try to make some earrings. And I made I made some necklaces a while back. Look, these are faux beads. I mean, I haven't used a lot of natural fibers, Cindy. Like I made a shawl. I made a shawl with alpaca in it. And then a friend of my sister's said she wanted to purchase it. She kept saying, "Oh, that's my shawl. I want it. I want it. I want it." I don't know if you sell things. So she even said, "Oh, I need it extra big." I don't think she's that big, like she's not that tall, but she maybe is slightly chunky. So I made it extra big. I had like 7 skeins and I used like 3.5. So I have enough left from the Hobby Lobby to make her, I could make another shawl. And then she never sent me the money. And all of a sudden she said she couldn't. I don't know. I gave her the price and I don't remember how much it was. Maybe I said $40 plus shipping or something. And I would have went down a little maybe just to give it to her. And she never did buy it. It's still sitting in a bag. And my husband made me a website to sell things, but I forgot to put a picture of that one in there. And I told her it had a little alpaca in it, and I didn't know if she was allergic. And then I ended up sending her something I made with that yarn just to see if she liked the fiber. And then she never bought it. After she made like she wanted it, it was hers. Anyway, but I haven't made too many things to order. But I definitely have that addiction to finding yarn, you know, for a deal. I guess I'm not eating out, and I used to like to eat out, like lunch sometimes, and I had gained weight, so I used to like to eat out. So that's not my thing now. I eat at home. Now I go out and I look for yarn. You know, it's definitely fun when you find stuff at the Salvation Army. So what are you all making right now? Can you tell me? Here, look at the necklace. What do you think? Did you ever try to make jewelry? Oh, I started to tell you that I went to vote with my husband. We won't talk politics, but as we were on the line, I turn around and the lady behind me had a bag hanging over her shoulder. She had the thinnest yarn, and she was crocheting, like she was working on something for her dining room table, like a tablecloth, and it was thin yarn, and she was making like a square, and she was standing on the line crocheting. But after like 5-10 minutes, I think she put it away because she said her hand was hurting, but she didn't speak English really. So we were like communicating with she Googled it. She looked it up on the internet and told me what she was making in English, you know. So what else? What are you making? Anybody home? Or you're just listening? So that's what I've been doing. I did go back to Hobby Lobby like a week or two ago, and I bought some more of this stuff because yes, here's Veronica. Veronica made a tutorial. If you're not friends with Veronica, you should be friends with Veronica. She's from Steals to Show Crochet and Chef. Sometimes she likes to cook and show you how she cooks, but I'm going to try to make, I'm going to add the cotton yarn to this, and I'm going to try to follow Veronica's tutorial. I haven't tried making a tutorial yet. I need to get a camera like that. I could do that. Yeah. Veronica, I'm going to have to show you all the yarn I bought all over again. I'm talking about when we're crocheting on a budget, and I just love to go to Walmart and look for clearance yarn. I like getting clearance yarn. Here's my hat. Did you see my bean stitch hat? I have 2 more skeins left, and I got to make some kind of cowl to go with it to make a set. See, like I followed the tutorial from Bag O' Day, and then she has a cowl that I made. It kind of is like one of those. She sewed it. She didn't put buttons on it, and I think she said it needed. I have only. Let's see, I only have 180 yards in each one, so I'm not sure I have enough yarn to make the one that she made. Or maybe I can just make one that looks more like the shape of the Divine cowl, for the Divine hat, the other one I did. And this was easy to follow. Oh, okay, Cindy says she's doing Yarn Crafts Holiday Tunisian Crochet Blanket. I tried to learn how to do the Tunisian crochet, and I wasn't too good at it. And where's my green hat? I put it down. I was so hot before. I think it landed in this basket. Where is it? I misplaced my other hat. Also yarn that I bought at the Walmart on clearance. Veronica, didn't you just... Oh, Hershey is just... I know. I'm just so overloaded with yarn. I have to catch it before my husband sees it. I found some of that bloom. Did you buy the bloom yarn, Veronica? I think on one of your videos You bought some bloom yarn. I found this bloom chunky at the Salvation Army. I got 2 of them. 2 the same color. Yeah, I saw somebody posted that about the Hirschness yarn. And I saw it said 99-cent yarn. I was like, I mean, I'd like to get it. Anyway, I did buy thread. I think, and I did try to make, I made 2 different necklaces with the thread. This one was a different yarn. It had like sparkles in it. Doesn't look as fancy. I like the solid better. And it's soft and it's light. I don't like really wearing anything too heavy around my neck. I get a neck ache. Yeah, it's so tempted to buy yarn every time I see it. You know? But I think it's more fun when I walk into the Salvation Army and there's a whole box of yarn sitting there. And I go, woo! And I did go to Walmart, like not Walmart, to the Goodwill by me, and they had a box of yarn there, and I didn't buy any because there wasn't like 2 of anything, you know? Like, and some of the yarns were like really, really like smaller than this one, at least. I don't know. There was 4 of them, but there was a lot of small yarns, and they wanted $2 each, and there was no discount. So I'm all about the deal, you know? I mean, this. So Lori says she has a sweater ready to sew together and just started a blanket. I've made a couple of sweaters myself. So it's nice to make a piece that you could wear yourself. But it gets hot here. So like, you know, I made a short sleeve sweater and I color controlled it. I used some mandala cakes and they were number 3. So it came out okay. It was, it's in the closet. I could show it to you. But, and I got a good deal on the, Handmade Designs is here. Hi, how you doing? Welcome in. What's your name? So I got all this Hobie yarn. Consuelo's here. Thanks for coming. I have until 3:30, but I'm not staying that long. 3:30, I go to pick up my grandson from daycare. And then I babysit. So I got plenty of chunky yarn. So I was telling everybody how I've been getting lucky at the Salvation Army. And if you look back at one of my old prior videos, you'll see that I found a whole this paint box and this other one called, keep forgetting the name of it. It's called Party Time Chunky. So I found like a whole box of that with different colors, and I found a whole load of paint box. But this time I found a bunch of Hobie yarns, chunky. And, you know, it's like, I'm not going to order from every company. You know, a lot of people, oh, my son is here. Hi, son. How you doing today? Are you getting a break from the children? Yeah. So I found all this Hobie yarn. Have you been watching me for a while? My son's Legacy Crusaders. You're done for the day. Oh, and it's Friday. Aren't you excited? It's 2:00. Aren't you happy you're finished? Hi, Debbie. I was telling my son that I do live videos, and he's in the chat. He's in the chat. Yeah, so whoever wasn't here earlier, have you ever used Hobie yarn? Well, yeah, Veronica. My sons are much older than yours, you know, and he lives in New York. I did make him some nice hats. Oh no, more telemarketers. I think the phone.
Call from the molest Israel.
Yeah, I'll just got to get rid of them. I bet you it's telemarketer. Hello? It's Amy with Medical Services. Yeah, I'm not talking to Amy today. And I found some of this one, Bernat Baby. So, hey Debbie, how you doing? So Debbie, do you have any like Goodwill or Salvation Army by you that gets yarn? Greg, you must be really bored that you came to visit mommy in the live. but I'm touched. My son's in the chat. Well, she says, oh, Consuela says, I used Hobie yarn, but the shipping was too long or too much? I guess too much. And then I found some impeccable. So I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but I found like 23 skeins of yarn and all good, mostly brands I've heard of, and several of them I had, multiple ones of. So like I can make something with it. So now I need to stop buying yarn for a while, Here, I should show you the hat. The hats, if my son's still here, maybe he left. Are you still here, Greg? I don't know if he's still here. Oh, you just moved to the area? Okay, Greg, call me later. I love you. He's leaving. Say bye-bye. Okay. You just moved there? So yeah, you got to check out the thrift stores. I mean, I usually don't like, I had saw a whole box in my Goodwill that's right near my house, but I didn't care about the yarn that was in that box, and I didn't break down and buy it, you know? Yeah, 99 cents is good. Oh, before the pandemic. Yeah, they raised the price on the yarn at the Goodwill. One time I went into my Goodwill and they had marked some Ferris wheel for $5, and you could have bought it brand new at Walmart for $3.50. And I was like, they don't even know what it costs. They're just ripping us off. But that's the story. I have to start working on a project. I still don't have that habit of. Yeah, Florida has a lot of thrift stores, but like, you know what store I wanted to go to? I wanted to go to, what's the name of it again? Ollie's. I heard about a store called Ollie's, but they had some yarn there too, but it was a little too far to make it worth. I'm not going to drive an hour for Karen Simply Soft for $2. I'm sorry. I'm not that desperate. And I think like there might be some other thrift stores that aren't terribly far from me. I just haven't found them. It'd be fun to go with a friend. I wish I had a friend that lived right nearby that loves yarn too. Tell me, do you like talk to people in the stores? Like if I'm in the yarn aisle and there's somebody shopping for yarn, sometimes I'll start talking to them. You're only there. So did you just move to Alaska? I'm trying to remember. I'm not too good at this. Okay, Cindy, thanks for coming in. Have a great day. I'm not going to stay terribly long. This thing is running about almost 50 minutes. Aldi's, where are you, Consuela? Are you in the UK? Okay, so Veronica has to go too, but you should check out Veronica's channel. Like, I'm going to put the link below later, you know? Hi, Denisha. Oh, Denisha. Hi, Denisha. How you doing? Yeah, I forgot what I was saying. It happened, you know? My sister calls that a senior moment. Have a great day, Veronica. I did. You made some beautiful things today. Yeah, well, I'm living here 5 years, and when I first moved here, I wasn't even thinking about crocheting. But as soon as I heard that my daughter-in-law was expecting, I said, I need to make a baby blanket. I need to learn how to crochet again. Oh, that's good. Yeah, well, I have a friend that lives in the vicinity of the Ollies. I think it's in West Palm Beach or something. So it's like over an hour from me, about an hour, 15 minutes. So I made her a blanket because she has a new grandbaby. I made her daughter one. She loved it. So I said, I'll make you one for your house. Grandma needs a blanket. So I got to get her. She's working now. My friend's doing real estate. So we have to make up to get together and do lunch or something. And then maybe I'll get her to I'll tell her I want to go to Ollie's. We'll work it together with lunch, you know? Oh, you're in New Jersey. Okay. Yeah, I'm from Brooklyn. So I know a little bit of New Jersey. My sister-in-law lives in near, not far from Freehold or in Alapan over there. I'm not that familiar with New Jersey, but I've driven there, you know. Oh, they don't have a selection. Had like a flyer and they had some Karen Simply Soft, and I saw somebody else's video and they had some other yarn. So, like I said, it wasn't worth me driving all the way there to, because I just bought so much yarn. So I decided not to go there. But if I was meeting my friend and I was in the neighborhood, I would say, hey, I want to check out the store, you know. Maybe she'd like to check it out too. So you're originally from Queens? I don't know Queens really well, but my husband knows Queens really well because he used to like have a hardware business where he went around different stores. And I mean, I've been in Queens. I drove around Queens. No, not worth the drive. I'm not that desperate. I have plenty of other stores I can go to. That's good. Yeah, but and when I lived in Brooklyn, they didn't have good thrift stores, you know. I hardly ever bought any. I would try to go into like the Salvation Army where I lived, and I didn't like it. It looked like old junk. No, didn't look like nice stuff. Like here, sometimes you could find something nice. We just, you know, we were at the, yeah, they might have weird colors. Yeah, so recently we went to the Goodwill and we bought my grandson a little, like a ride-on, like motorized vehicle thing for $25. And we had, I'll show you a picture in my phone. Okay, 1 second. What happened was he had one and it was Gravedigger, but it was so loud. He's afraid of a lot. He's so cute. He's 3 years old, but he's afraid of a lot of things. I don't know if you have little children or grandchildren and they're afraid of a toy. Well, for some reason, he's afraid of his ride-on vehicle. So we found him this other one and he's not afraid of it. And we took him somewhere. You can't go to any parks now. Oh, your son's an artist and goes to Brooklyn. Yeah, well, Brooklyn's big, and he probably goes downtown like Dumbo or something. Here, see, we got him this thing for $25, and then I bought him a helmet to go with it. So, kid's spoiled rotten. Hi, I sent you a message. My friend Tara, what's her name again? Tara Lynn. She won my giveaway. She was following me on Instagram and told me she watched my videos. And then I was surprised when her name came up. She won the big giveaway. So did you get your stuff yet or maybe tomorrow? It said something about it's coming tomorrow. You know. So you're not impressed with Ali. So good. I just saved some gas, you know. But I just got a different car. Well, we swapped cars and my husband's gonna get himself a nice new car. So oh, you're so excited. Oh, hopefully it is coming today. You need to, do you make videos, Tara Lynn? I know you crochet nice stuff. Time to start making videos, you know? Anyway, I don't know if she's still here, but there's a girl called Affordably Crafty and she needs some new people. I'm gonna put her, a couple of people's names. I'll give them a shout out. I'm gonna put them down below. Maybe later you'll add them if you don't have them already. Oh, you have some short ones. Yeah, well, I don't know. I just watch everybody else and you see how it's done. But I can't seem to find some software I could work with to do editing, you know? Oh, you made a score at the Dollar Tree? I saw some bulky yarn there, but the balls were like teeny weeny. And I guess I'm spoiled because I found yarn last year at the Goodwill. This, I think I have one. It's like I can't find my green hat. I took it off and put it somewhere. It's made with the Hometown USA. I paid 75 cents each. So, and it has enough. Oh, you're shy. I used to be shy, but then I married into my husband's family and I'm not shy anymore. You don't like, yeah, you know, like try to put on some lipstick, but I'm too lazy to put makeup on. Oh, I can't believe these telemarketers.
Call from Jeff Fitzpatrick.
Okay, it's another, and hello? There's no one here. There's no one even there. They call and they don't even talk, you know? Yeah, that I found that I had it in my other closet, but I moved it in here. But this yarn, I just found one I found one more to add to that batch. I found a whole box of these. Yeah, this shoe bag I had in the other closet. I had stuck it on the inside part. And then I got a bunch of shoe bags at Walmart for $3 each. They were gray with the clear pockets, and these have extra pockets on the bottom. You can't see, but it has some big pockets on the bottom. So, and I throw all kind of stuff. There's another one over there. It's not that full right now. I'm reorganizing. There's just some odds and ends, and there's a bunch of hooks because I had, when AC Moore was closing, I bought a whole lot of hooks for like, I got them for like 10 cents each. Like if you bought so many items, they kept reducing the price. Yeah, so I got a bunch of this Party Time Chunky. So this color I paid like $1 each when I bought a whole box, but this time I paid $1.50. So I could be crocheting probably for the next 2 years. I have so much yarn. Oh, so you bought a lot of baby yarn. Yeah, I did get some baby yarn, but at the time, I should have bought more, you know, like I didn't know. Like they had it, if you bought 50 items, then it really became cheap. So I wasn't like grabbing 50 items. So I was grabbing some little stuff. So I was grabbing some hooks and some buttons, and then I would maybe have like 30 things of yarn. And it would bring the price down. So I did. I went crazy at AC Moore, Walmart. I've been doing a lot more shopping than I am crocheting stuff. And I did get some thread because I did make some earrings and necklaces with thread, and I got a good deal on the thread, but I haven't even, picked up the thread. Yeah, well, the AC Moore's gone now, but I did manage to buy a bunch of stuff there. I used to go there with the coupon. Your husband's hearing this and shaking his head. Well, you're not supposed to know. Well, if you're buying it on clearance, and I do sell things sometimes, or make gifts. So even like if you had to buy a baby gift, right? Let's say I paid $5 for a bunch of yarn and I could make a nice baby blanket and maybe a baby hat. And like you might spend $40 on a baby gift. And so like maybe I spent $5 on the baby gift and then I just had to ship it to them, I'm paying for the shipping. And people appreciate a handmade gift like that, like I just sent out, I made that star blanket and I made a little pocketbook for their daughter, and then I made a little hat, baby sweater and a baby hat. And then I made a hat for the daughter that I had made a blanket, and I found yarn that I had left over. I made her a hat. I don't think I haven't found any vintage needles or hooks, although a while back I bought some knitting needles. I don't know where they are right now. I can't knit. And I attempted to learn how to knit, but it wasn't going very well, so I just put them away for now. Yeah, I heard that too. And I did go to Michael's, and did you see what I bought at Michael's? I showed it on my last live. I bought a bunch of, here, wait. Don't look in my closet. I went to Michael's and I got a bunch of these. They were originally $12.99. And they had them for $4.99, and there wasn't that many left. This one, I think I only found one of these. And it says it's a number 4, but it's somebody else said that it was like more like a number 3. Stitch Studio Note by Nicole is a brand that AC Moore had. That was like their brand or something. It's like regular yarn. It's nice. Anyway, I got 2 of like a green color I don't know. I got 7 altogether, and they were $4.99 each. But it's enough yarn for me to make a hat and a cowl. You know, I did sell recently. I sold some hat and cowl sets. So Lori says, I went on a binge over the summer buying at thrift stores, Dollar Tree, yard sales, and Facebook Marketplace. And it's fun to buy up random stuff and see what you can make with it. It's also fun. I enjoy getting yarn that I don't usually see in the stores. So I had found ice yarn. I had found the, the paint box that I got over there. And then I just found a bunch of Hobie, and I think Hobie you got to buy online. So to get all this yarn, and did you see all the cakes that I built? I have a video where I got all this, I think it's called Candy Pop. I found like a whole bucket of yarn. Yeah. Michaels doesn't make the bags. Gary from the Urban Yarn, his Michaels in Canada makes like little bags for $5, and he's found yarn there. So I went there and I bought the bobbins at Michaels. That's where I got this, Michaels. I did a bagel day. So I bought 7 bobbins, and one of them was like totally mangled looking, like it was all tangled. So I managed to I have a ball winder that I purchased. So I managed to wind up the parts that weren't, all tangled. And then it wasn't that bad. I managed to I have it all balled up. And there was a shawl that I was looking to do maybe that Fiber Spider just put a tutorial out on. It has leaves on it. I see yarn that looks old, but if you plan on, I don't know, what do you want to do with vintage yarn? Just have it, or you want to use it? And if there's not enough for a project, like I saw some yarns at the Goodwill that kind of looked really beat up. And some of them looked like they weren't even a full skein. I'm not paying $2 for a half skein of yarn or 2/3 of a skein of yarn. I've been lucky. I don't know. I just keep looking for it. And maybe in Florida, I know a lot of people crochet because I saw the people buying the yarn at AC Moore when they were closing and stuff. So there's a lot of people, they make baby blankets and donate them to the hospitals, stuff like that. So Debbie says she bought a bobbin yesterday. So I'm not the only one. Well, I think it's smart to buy your yarn on sale, But like I said, I don't have any whips. I like to work on my project and have it finished. So Lori says, I mix it together and make bags or baskets. Oh, okay. Well, I need to make bags. Listen, for the right price, if it looks like I bought a couple here that there's only one, but it looks like stuff I could maybe use with other yarn that I have, Just, I guess I'm cheap too. I don't want to overpay. I don't want to pay this for a little ball of yarn. I don't want to pay $2. What's Denisha's? What Fiber Spider's new 3D hat's amazing. I actually made a cowl out of the 3D stitch. He did a couple of tutorials with the 3D stitch Fiber Spider. So I was making something with it, and I decided that it was just taking forever. I mean, I loved the texture, and I turned it into a cowl. It was not a cowl tutorial. I just made it a cowl. And now I can make a hat that actually goes exactly with it. That'll look more like it belongs with the cowl that I have. And I almost sold that, but then the girl said she wanted to buy it. I gave her a price, and then she disappeared. Said, I'll get back to you. I hate when people do that. It's not easy. Some people sell a lot of stuff, and they have a lot of customers. So, I mean, it's nice to get some money back for selling things. Somebody may ask me to make them a queen size blanket once, but I said no, because I never made a queen size blanket. I made that one twin size blanket. It took me 8 weeks. And I didn't have no idea what it was going to cost to ship that heavy blanket. So I didn't want to get involved. I didn't want to commit myself to making something so huge. Yeah, well, now that I bought Hobby Lobby on clearance this year, I bought maybe 5 or 6 times more than I did last year, you know. So definitely I'm a clearance shop. I mean, yeah, does your husband probably appreciates that you buy stuff on the clearance, right? I mean, I use my own money for the yarn most of the time. And then I think one time the kids gave me a gift card and I bought the ball winder. Like I had a birthday or something, or Mother's Day. Hello, Anna. I did. I sent you a message on Instagram to tell you I was going live. Maybe you were asleep. So Lori says I got 40-gallon bucket for 25, or a 40-gallon bucket of yarn, tons of cool old yarn and fabric, and I bought a 30-gallon bag of yarn for $20, and it's basically other people's leftovers. Yeah, well, you know, sometimes I see some scrap blankets that people make, and they're really beautiful. Like I'm thinking about making another mosaic blanket, you know, and they look really nice. You just take like a darker and a lighter and contrasting colors, and they come out really pretty, and they're not really as complicated. They look like they're more complicated than they are. Oh, that's nice. Consuela says she just finished a Latgan for a lady's cat, and she and the cat love it. Yeah, we feed a cat that lives outside. Our cat recently was 16 and he was really sick. And during the pandemic, we had to take him to put him to sleep because he, you know, my husband didn't want to do it. And I said, you got to do it because, like, you know, he's so sick. So we had to bring him and we couldn't go in the room. But we waited until he was struggling, you know, we knew he was suffering. So we had to do it. But we feeding this cat and I want a new cat because that's all. And he comes over when it rains. He hangs out with us. So Debbie says she's going to start a mosaic today for my son and his wife. Beautiful. Are you doing the queen? And then Lori says, I use several of the balls from those bargains to make a tote on Yarn Joy podcast. Yeah, I love her from Yarn Joy podcast. Yeah, I made a little pocketbook. Actually, my friend wants to buy it. I'll show it to you. I might have showed it the last live, but maybe somebody didn't see it. I have to bring it. It's the first bag I ever made. I have to bring it on Sunday to church. I said, you sure you, because I can make it bigger, but I don't have any more of this yarn. She liked the colors, see? And it was pretty easy to make. So I definitely wanted, maybe if I make some bags in Florida, I could sell some bags, you know? So wait a second. The chat's starting to move here. Oh, Sandy's here from Left is Right Crochet. Hi. Thank you for coming in. Come on in. I've been showing off all the yarn I found at the Salvation Army. And I was just showing them my bag from last time. I did show this last video, just repeating myself. Oh, you're making mosaic scarves. I made my son, well, I have 2 sons in New York. My son that popped into the live, he's the one that, he's a teacher. And so he's teaching from home. And my other son's working from home also, but I think he works more till 5 o'clock. I didn't change. It was red hot stripes, so I did not change any colors on that little pocketbook. So it looks like maybe I changed colors, but I didn't. So that was a really good yarn to use. And then I made another little pocketbook for this little girl. That was too big. And I didn't use that yarn. It looked cute and everything. It just didn't look as bright, you know. So Sandy says she's so envious. I can't get to the thrift store, but I see you getting such wonderful deals. Excuse me. Yeah, I found a box of paint box yarns and this other yarn like a while ago, and then I found another bucket with all these like cakes. I went crazy. I've been buying and buying. It's like, and I've been crocheting a lot. I'm filling up a bag of the little papers. You know. Thank you. Denisha says the yarn behind me is beautiful. So I do like to look at my yarn. I wish I had more. The rooms, and I don't know, when we moved to Florida and we looked at houses, The extra, like the master bedroom and the living space is a pretty good size, but the extra bedrooms, they're just not big rooms. So like you put a queen size bed in here and like there's not a lot of space left, you know? Yeah, I could get 10% off on senior day at the Goodwill, but you know, they're charging. I went in there one day and they were charging $5 for something I could have paid $3.50 for full price at Walmart. So they're not marking it. Sometimes they don't mark their yarn at the right price. They're crazy. So if I went on a Tuesday, I could get a big 10%. I think it's either 10 or 15%. So I'm not that motivated to buy yarn at that Goodwill. But the Salvation Army, several times I found yarn for $1. And this time they marked it $2 and I got it, they took off 25%. Yeah, $1 are really, but I bought, here, Sandy missed it. I got 2 blooms for $1.50 each. I'm gonna toss it on the bed. You can see. Wait, there's more. I found a bunch of Hobie, chunky. I just love getting a bargain. I never used Hobie and I have never signed up for any of those things. Yeah, I just got 2 of them though. Maybe I could make something. I found some impeccable. Somebody must have donated their whole yarn stash because I keep going back and every so often I find some more good stuff, you know? It's a little bit of a trip. It takes me about 20 minutes. And if I get there on a Wednesday, you know, it's 50% off. So a couple of times when I bought the paint box and this one, they marked them up to $4.99 each. So they knew that they were good yarn. So they marked them up to $4.99 and then they cut it down. They said each box was $50 and I paid $25 each. So I had like a box of like 25 of these and like 25 of the paint box and I paid, so I spent $50 that day, you know? I know, I love a bargain, you know? Yeah, and then I found some Vantage Choice. I never bought Vantage Choice when I used to see it at AC Moore. I got 3 of these. Like I said, now I got to find a home. Now I just put another one of these shoe holders in my other closet that I bought at Walmart. It's not as nice. I like the clear one better. And I'm going to fill that up with this one. I just wanted to show it to everybody first, you know. Sandy, did you ever hear of this brand? I've been asking people. Sandy, they Party Time Chunky. It's like what I have behind me. I have like multiple different colors. This one I have a lot of. So I could probably maybe I could make my grandson a blanket. I mean, it's not too girly. I mean, I could put more blues in there, like, you know, send them here. Oh yeah, because it does mention England. Crochet Rocks, I think she's from the UK. So somebody must have ordered it online. I actually found ice yarns at that same store. I have just a little bit of ice yarns. I'm trying to remember. It's in the other room. I got some of the one that, what's her name? Krista. She made a blanket like a spiral. I made that blanket and I used a different yarn, but I found the yarn that she used. It's nice. Yeah, it's very festive. Let me know if I stop buffering. Am I still buffering? Uh, okay. Am I buffering? Okay. I just put it on my phone. I was curious. Yeah, here's the hat. It got buried in the yarn. I had tossed it in there. You refreshed me? Good. Yeah, I went on my cell phone and I was there. Anyway, if anybody didn't hit the like button, maybe you could hit the like button. So does anybody want to be a moderator in case I get trolls next time? Who wants? Debbie, you want to be a moderator? I did it last time. Yeah, I don't know. Something's going on. I can't seem to click on the people. I'm glad you made it to my live too. I tried to make a live. The first one didn't like take it, like it said I had a bad connection. Uh-oh. I just made somebody. I just made Debbie a moderator. You know, sometimes they say that if you have a lot of people in, weirdos come in and like, you know, it's helpful to have somebody that can help you block that person. So I don't know what else to talk about. I don't know. Well, I don't know if Sandy's going to come in all the time, but I trust Sandy, so I'll give you a wrench. Who else? Anybody else? I don't know. You click on the person's name and I change you and I kind of give you the power to block people. If let's say we get any bad people. You, okay. So it's good to have some people that I know that are real yarny people that aren't going to be troublemakers. Because every so often you get some pervert or something in here. I haven't had any, but I've seen it happen in other people's lives. So you just don't know. You know? Anybody else? I got hook, left is right. Yes, you got your blue dress on. So this is the hat that I made out of that Hometown USA that I only paid 75 cents for. So that's what I mean by crocheting on a budget. You know, so like, and I did sell a couple of hat and cowl sets recently. I didn't charge a lot either. She was somebody I knew. I charged like $30 included shipping. Viviana, how you doing? I forget where you're from, Viviana. And what are you crocheting? Well, I got a little time yet. Maybe I'll stop by. I'm not going to go past 3 o'clock because I got to eat some lunch because I haven't eaten yet. I had 2 coffees so far. I do intermittent fasting, so I don't eat until like a little later in the day. Then I do all my eating between like 2, usually 2 o'clock, and you know, dinner time of 6 or 7. I may have some kind of snack in between. You know, I did lose like 30 pounds on doing a low carb, low sugar diet. Oh, oh, you're in Argentina. That's right. What time is it by you, Liliana? I know you're in a different time zone than I am. You're in Bolivia. Oh, you live in New York? I'm from New York. That's my town. I'm from Brooklyn. I miss my babies. I pick up the baby today. I pick him up normally most of the time Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays. But if the other grandma gets sick or she's my daughter-in-law's grandmother. Her mother has the grandmother living with her. So if she should get sick or something, I might have to babysit every day, you know. But he goes to daycare. Oh, and you live in California, but you were from. Oh, you're knitting a vest. I don't knit. I need to learn how to knit. You grew up in Argentina. Okay, I get confused. And time for you to get out of bed and make coffee. What time is it by you, Debbie? Like if I get up and I might wake up in the morning and watch Yarn Geeks live. She's been doing her live early in the morning. So, you know, sometimes I get up and I have my coffee while I watch her. You're crocheting a shawl. I love making shawls. I made a lot of shawls, but then I don't know. I just took a break from it. I made my sons a whole ton of hats. Now I got to get them in the mail. So they're going to be warm this winter. You know, they're up in Brooklyn. Oh, it's 10:45. You're in bed late. I usually wake up around 8 o'clock. And you're having coffee with me. I already had my second coffee. I drink decaf. And you crochet a lot of blankets. Yeah, I've made a lot of baby blankets. Not big blankets. You know, if I was living up in New York, then, you know, maybe big blanket. It's just too hot here. I mean, we do have air conditioning. you know. I'm going to learn how to make different things. Yeah, you have 2 sons? I have 3. I actually have 3 sons. I have one son that lives here in Florida that I live near that has the baby. And the other 2 sons live in New York. I made a pocket shawl with, what's the name of that yarn? Can't think. I bought it and I got it on clearance. I made one out of that, can't remember the name of it now, but it was in red and black. I can't remember. I'm drawing a blank. The time change through your body. Oh, because you just moved there. Yeah, that's going to happen when you move to another side of the country and the hours have changed. Oh, okay. So what size blanket is that fits in your washing machine? And hooks. What's your name? Hook. I can't remember. I'm sorry. So she says she's in Chicago and her baby is 22 and you miss him. He's in PA. I have a brother that lives in PA. Sandy. Okay. There's another 2 Sandys. Sandy Hook, and the other, the left is right, Sandy. Yeah, well, I have, my youngest just turned 30. He'll be 30. Well, he turned 30 last year. I went for his birthday. He'll be 31 soon. And he just got engaged. So now my son that came in the room earlier, he has a channel. He was finished working for the day. He's single. 2 Sandys are in blue. Yeah, I have other people. Veronica, I did her too. You know, it's just occasionally, and then like if you wanted to, you could put your links if you want to add each other. I should have said that earlier. You know, I could do it on here. There's one girl that's affordably crafty. She's almost to the 1,000. You know, I have to like find her link. Maybe I could do that fast. One second. I'm trying to do this on my phone. Oh, she hit the 1,000. She hit the 1,000 today. I knew she'd hit it. I don't know. She's doing a giveaway. 1 second. I see she hit the 1,000. I'm going to go back and I'm going to put the link to her giveaway because anyway, so soon I'm going to have Kim from Affordably Crafty. She just hit the 1,000. Maybe I could put the link. I hear myself. I'm sorry. There, I put her link there. I'm sure she could use a buffer. So Viviana says it's time to go to the dentist. Yeah, I'm going to go soon anyway because I need to eat lunch before I pick up the baby. I leave my house around 3:30. I get there like 10 to 4. So you wanna keep looking for yarn on clearance or at the Goodwill or wherever thrift store you go to. Well, like somebody said, they went to yard sales. What'd you say? That was like singing in the round? Yeah, that was weird. Baby? What am I doing with the baby today? The baby, when we pick up the baby, you know what he says? He says, wagging. He wants to go shopping. He wants a toy. My living room looks like a nursery. I'm on the computer. 2 hours. I'm not on. All right, listen, I gotta go. I'll talk to you soon. Bye. I gotta go. I was not on.